go. All right. Chuck that in the garbage.
All right, so it's day 4 of our Super Street 120-hour week to Wicked, and yesterday we got spark plugs in there, we got a clutch in there, and we did that for one reason only.
We did that, a lot of it to prep for the power adder that we wanted. The BRZ is a great car, well balanced, but we definitely wanted more power.
For sure.
So we reached out to our friends at Vortech. They had a great bolt-on kit. They set us up with it. It's a carb exempt kit, produces power in about the 290 range. So we're gonna have fun on the street car and at the track.
Absolutely. So we get out of the camera view, let them get to work, and they can get that power installed.
Sounds good.
So one thing we have to do before we install the blower is we do want to change the shipping plug for the vented plug. The blower does come filled with oil, so before it goes into the car, we change it out for the vented plug so that it can breathe.
You don't have to put them too tight either, because otherwise these things have a tendency to round off, so just a little snug.
Just snug.
You're good.
Good to go.
So a little pro tip, when you go to install the alternator bracket for this guy, there's a little molded boss that's a factory on this casted bracket. If you don't grind this little guy down, you're gonna have a heck of a time installing the bracket. So make sure this gets grinded down first. There. Boom, dog. There it is.
At least I didn't bang my knee this time.
Don't want to do that. So what you want to do is after the bracket's installed, this is the last piece you're going to tighten down, but what you want to do is get this guy tightened first, because if you tighten these two down and this isn't seated flush against this bracket, when you go to tighten this screw, it's going to pull the bracket back and you're potentially going to run into an issue where your belt starts to jump. So always tighten this guy down first, and then once you're done with that, do these two, ready to rock. And whisk that away if you would.
Hey guys! The radiator's here!
Woo! Thank you, sir.
Take care of that baby.
All right, Christian, lower the car and we'll get this.
All right.
We don't want to hold up the Vortech guys too long.
Make sure you get my butt farm. My arm's getting tired.
Did you already drain it? Hey, did you already drain the radiator?
No.
Okay. Draining on my foot.
I'll try not to. Here comes the water. Got it.
The condenser is bolted to the radiator.
Get him out.
All right. Yep. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I know you guys will have this installed by the time I get back.
So CSF set us up with the new radiator. We're gonna keep the protective plastic over the fins just to protect them on the way in, and hopefully we don't bump into anything.
If you do, it's your fault.
That's right, correct. Good?
Yep, let's bring it
Pull
back.
it forward,
Yeah.
We're doing the fans separately
It's just
because get a little bit more space.
Yeah,
That way we can readjust when we get it in here and not have to take off the blower.
Can you shift over your way a little bit?
Yep.
Hold on, let me pass the lower radiator. All right.
Perfect, so now we're just gonna hook up the fans, button it up, and we're ready.
Cool.
So that's it. The CSF radiator is in. Vortech guys are ready to finish up. And we finish up with D4.
Yeah, so since we have to drill into the bumper beam on this car to mount the intercooler, we're using the intercooler and the brackets as a template to essentially mark where we need to drill. So instead of having to measure everything, it's pretty much straightforward. So whenever you get to this step and you have to drill to the bumper beam, make sure to use a fresh bit and some cutting oil. Make your life a lot easier.
So we're relocating the factory MAF sensor onto the discharge tube C.
We're just gonna pull out this incredibly oversized washer fluid reservoir. It's like, I don't know why it's this big, but it's a lot of fluids.
Seriously. Get
blow-off valve going in. It's a little basic blow-off valve. We do have upgrades, but to keep this kit carb legal, this is the guy you have to use. Still vent to atmosphere, so if it's quiet enough, you should be able to hear it out there. You ain't going nowhere.
They're always sticking me with all the hard stuff to do on the car, so I gotta change the battery. Like the spark plugs in this car, they're a little old, so it's a good time to throw a battery in, especially when we go flash the computer. You definitely don't want the car to die during that process. So here we are, new battery in a newer car.
Whoa! Thank you, sir.
I'd scare you. It would have shocked me, not you.
So the Vortech kit even includes the windshield washer reservoir relocator, which is hard to say, but it basically allows you to keep it, this time with a smaller tank. And then if you look up here on top, there's a little relocation kit for it, a little spacer. So it was here originally, just move it over here to get away from the piping. And then Willie's just kind of buttoning it up from the bottom. My dirty hands ruined all this yellow, but we'll clean it up.
Guys, I'm getting ready to reflash this thing. Do me a favor and don't touch anything. Here goes nothing.
All right.
Woo!
Oh, I like that sound.
It's making a whistling sound.
Good team.
Oh, you killed it, bro. Good job, guys.
Yeah. What about me? There's a reservoir right there, bro.
Give me some.
You can wash your windows whenever you want.
Sounds good, dude.
What are you doing?
What?
Christian's just drilling a few holes for the hood stay relocator. Reason being, now that we have the whole system in here, you can't put the hood prop down in the stock spot anymore.
That's how you do it, man.
Turn this thing off.
Bang, bang.
Boom.
You guys cheered louder for that than the car started.
I know.
So we're ending day 4. The car's on the ground, the cover's on it. What'd you think?
It was great. We got the Supercharger installed, we got it tuned, we actually have the radiator installed, we got the front bumper on, and I think we did the battery too.
Yep. So the only thing that's left is to unveil the car. But
Gotta wait till tomorrow.
we'll wait till tomorrow. We're gonna do some first driving shots, get it over the dyno, see how it does on there, and that'd be a wrap.
Yep.